Two more minutes before we get going here, guys. And I see that maybe the light behind me is not too good. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Coming live to you from my living room here. So this will hopefully go smooth because we had some technical issues and I won't have the technicians until later tonight fixing it, but I hope this will go well. I see right now we got a lot of people coming in. We got people from Bangkok, we got them from Estonia, we got them from Slovenia, we got them from Austria, a few guys from Switzerland, we got a few guys from Denmark, we're here from Spain, Sweden, obviously, we are strongly represented also. We see some UK guys, Mr. Patel and the gang are there, and people are popping in by the minute, and it's just beautiful to see how this is coming together. And you know, if you have comments afterwards, so the guys here you want to say something to, feel free to type it in. And also feel free to join our WhatsApp group that we have, where you will get, you know, more of a live feel of what's going on. If you're not invited yet, if you're not a part of the group, reach out to Lotta and she will happily get you connected. If you don't know who Lotta is, you know, ask around. Most people will find their way to Lotta and get you involved. There she goes, waving beautifully from Sweden. Very good. Okay, it is the hour when we're going to start, 1927. So what I'm going to do is going to share my screen here. And we're going to go to the presentation. Just a sec. Am I still coming through clearly to all of you? You still hear everything? Very, very good. Now, my name is Jens, and if you're here for the first time, I especially want to reach out to you because, you know, sometimes when you look at things and you have people explain things to you, it sort of feels like they've been there forever and they know everything about it. But the reality is this company, as you will see in this presentation, is very, very new. When we celebrated Christmas just a few months ago, I had no idea that this company even existed in the form that it doesn't exist. And I was actually asked by a friend to check it out. You know, could you please do a due diligence on the company? And as I promised to do so, I simply got so many facts. I'm really talking about facts about the company, facts that I could study, facts that I could read and see, people that I could talk to, that I now am the chief operating officer of the company. I am totally and utterly excited. And I'm excited for the message that we're going to share with you here tonight. And you will hear some bold statements. I mean, you know, some things that sounds maybe too good to be true. And you should be skeptical. But here's what you also should do. You should now try to put aside the skepticism for a while. You should try to focus on the opportunity because, you know, that's what you're here for. It's my job to present it to you. It's your job to look for the opportunity. Afterwards, you will weigh out whether this is something for you or not. What I can promise you is whether it is or not, what we're going to talk about will have an impact on your life one way or another. That was the first bold statement. So what we're going to do here is we're going to give a short presentation of Cloud Horizon, which is the company and the business opportunity that's offered to you. We're going to talk about what it does, how it works. We're going to talk about the markets, and we're going to talk about how this can turn into a profit, i.e., how can you make money from this? And a good tip before we get going on this is, you know, for anything to be really good, for anything to be really attractive for you to invest your time in, you know, it has to make sense to you. It has to be pretty logic to you, and it has to be pretty simple to you. So that might be a tip for you to look out for that, okay? What we're gonna do is when we've gone through that, we're gonna have a short break. And for those of you who said, you know, I wanna know more about how this works, and I wanna know how to get started, and I wanna know a little bit more about what the guys are doing, we're gonna have a quick getting started training afterwards with a few comments and some tips on how you can really move your business in the next 30 to 60 or even 90 days on a massive scale. Now, why are we here? Well, we're here because we have a couple of things in common. And one of them is we all want more in life. Now, when you say that, traditionally people will say, well, wanting more in life, that sounds so greedy, want more. But you know, at the end of the day, that's what we want. When we get up in the morning, we want more. You never found anybody who says, I want less. You know, you want less stress, you want less debt. But when it comes to the good things in life, we all want more. Because in an essence, growth is the source of happiness. Think about it. Growth is the source of happiness. It doesn't matter if your finances is growing, your love life, your religious life. When we grow in an area of life, we gain happiness from that. That's the positive side. The not so positive side is we all suffer from plastic pollution. And that's a reality, whether you know it or not. We all suffer from plastic pollution. And if you'd listen in on the medias, if you listened in on what's going on the different social medias, you will have seen more and more about this plastic pollution. The reality is the problem is so vast out there, but there is no real solution to it up until now, which you will see in this presentation. So our promise to you here is, with this presentation, with the information we're going to give to you, you're going to be able to get more of what you want. How can we say that? Well, if you had more money, you would have more things to choose from. If you would have more time, you would also have more, things to choose from. And that's exactly what we're going to offer here, is more money and more time if you really understand the business model right. Now, if you can have more money and you can have more time, and at the same time, you can help the planet, wouldn't that be a cool thing? Wouldn't that be something that even your neighbor or your worst enemy would say, hey, whatever, do I like him or not, doesn't really matter, but they are doing something good for all of us. And that's why this company is really having this enormous traction from around the world right now. So get more what you want, help saving the planet, and making money while doing so is what you're going to see here. Now, the company Cloud Horizon was originally incorporated in 2013, which means it's not a new company. It was incorporated as an investment company. But the networking part didn't start until December last year. So that's a good 3 months away that they actually even got started. We're closing up on 4 months now. And if you look at the starting date of the 18th of December, that is simply just a crazy, crazy day to start business, 6 days before Christmas. But the reality is, this message was so strong, it could not be held back any longer. And we hope that you will see why. This company offers a variety of products. I'm not going to go into the very depth of the product, but I'm going to describe the area of the product. And if you're curious, if you want to know more, ask the person who invited you on this call. On top of that, there are multiple trainings where you can learn to use our products. We are in 2 areas. First one being holiday. I think everyone loves to go to holiday. Personally, I travel more than half of the year away from the family. I'm on the road. I'm in some hotel, some area of the world. And even if I travel so much, do I love to go to holiday? Of course I do. It's the time when we kick back, we relax. Well, guess what? Through our model, you'll be able to go to holiday more often because you will get the absolute best deals. We have anything from cruises where you have 2 for 1. So basically you are 2 guys going, but you only pay for the 1, which means more money on the cruise when you're going. We have hotels all over the world where you can save money. And those who says, holiday is fine, but I don't go to holiday all the year. Well, we also have cashback shopping. Cashback shopping and advantage deals throughout the world. Cashback shopping really is something everybody needs to get, because you're buying the same products, you're buying it in the same shops with the same services and the same guarantees. So what's the difference? All you do is you click through our system, and when you have bought the product that you're buying anyways, we will reward you in the form of cash money back into your purchase. So think about it. If you could take all of your purchases from last year and you could get some money back from all of that, wouldn't that be pretty cool? I mean, you spent the money anyways, and now you can get it back. So the part about being human is that we're looking for better deals. We're looking to optimize. And what we're offering people is an optimization of their holidays. We're optimizing the everyday shopping experience because they get the feeling of having the better deals. These deals come in the form of multiple packages. And these packages, they start at 165 euros, turning into 750 euros. You would have increasing opportunities. You would have increasing offers. We have software security in there. Overall, what we're doing, what we're looking for, is we're creating a global community that we are servicing with the best deals out there. Because here's the reality. If you have a company, you want customers. And the best place you can go is where you have a big team of people. And what we're experiencing right now, I mean, we're a brand new company, but we're already into the multi-millions in volume in euros. And you know, the track record will show that 6 months from now, this company is among the hottest names out there. And it's fair to say that we are already very, very well on our way. You see the packages growing 1,500, 3,750, all the way up to 7,500 euros. Now, these are things where you don't need to just think about the money that you're paying down. You need to think about the money you're saving. We got people saving money on a daily basis with these packages. So it's not the money you're paying, it's the money you're saving that you need to focus on to understand the power of it. But the cool thing is there is so much more to these packages. And this is what we want to show you, because Cloud Horizon is not. It is not a normal business. Cloud Horizon is a business with a mission. Now, when you're invited for this call, hopefully you have the time to spend 5 minutes to look at the video that we have that talks about plastic waste. When we see all these plastic waste places taking place around the world, we see the oceans floating with plastic. We tend to get shocked, you know. We hear about islands in the oceans where there's plastic islands 3 times the size of France, okay? 3 times the size of France. That's just one of these huge plastic islands out there. But sometimes we really forget this, guys. We look at it, we're horrified by it, but we forget that what we're looking at is not just a disaster for nature. What we're looking at is somebody's home. It's what they get up and see every single day. We're not talking about picking up a piece of plastic, putting it in a bin. What we're talking about is a seemingly uncurable solution. Now, all over the world, there are very good positive initiatives going on where people are collecting plastic for it not to go into the oceans. They're collecting it for it not to be on the beaches. They're collecting it for it not to be in the cities. But what happens? What happens once we collected it? What do we do with it? Well, there's a lot of talk about recycle, but the reality is the vast majority is being dug into the ground, and we try to hide it away from our eyesight, and it turns up as microplastic. Well, if there was a real solution to this, you would really have a powerful thing. And there is, because there's a company called SEPCO. SEPCO is not a new company, just like Cloud Horizon is not a new company. SEPCO's technology has been developed actually for more than 17 years. But for more than 15 years, SEPCO has been producing oil. Now, it's not oil that's dug from the ground, but it's actually plastic to oil. SEPCO has developed a machine where you can stuff in plastic in one end and it will burn the plastic, it will turn it into oil coming out on the other end. Now, when you see this graph going up here, this is the result of 15 years of research and development. We're talking about not a market leader, but the market leader out there, okay? So what's going on is that this company has not only found a way where they can get more oil per kilo of plastic than anyone else, but here's the very, very cool thing about the technology. There is no waste product. There's no waste, there's no pollution, there's no smoke coming out. All of this is in a closed system. So you have a magic machine here, guys, where you can stuff in all of this collected plastic and it goes away. Not only does it go away, it produces the finest, most refined bio oil. Listen, the finest and refined bio oil is coming out on the other end. That is a much higher price than raw traditional oil, and that can be sold. And now we're taking an environmental project and turning it into a financial opportunity. And if you see this next picture, you will know why I'm so excited about it. Every profit, every net profit that Cloud Horizon is making is going directly into SEPCO, where we are purchasing machines that we are placing in strategic areas. Now, these strategic areas are dump places. It is where plastic is collected and dumped, and we're able to take the plastic and turn it into a profit. Other people's waste is our commodity. And this is simply just an insanely good idea. What everybody don't want to touch is, because of the SEPCO model, gold to us, okay? And that's really where we see the uniqueness of all of this. So the question is, how does that tie in to you? How can you profit from it? Well, for you to understand that, you need to understand this illustration here. When you see on top, you have SEPCO. Now, SEPCO will burn the plastic, will turn it into oil without any byproduct, without any pollution whatsoever, okay? And when the oil comes out, this is the most refined oil there is. People will queue up to buy it because actually legislation says we have to put bio oil into our gasoline. And over the years already now, the EU had decided it has to be more and more. So there's a huge demand for this. This means you don't sell any oil. You don't produce any oil. You just stick to your holiday programs and your cashback programs. But when the seller is selling oil, they will, from the broker, receive fiat currency in the form of euros or dollars. But if you see the sign in the middle saying Orientum Plus, that is a token. And the token is the only means of trading with the oil from SEPCO. And what that means is, whenever the seller gets fiat currency, they will go to the exchange and they will purchase Orientum Plus, not because of anything else, then they have to do that. So for every liter of oil that drops out from these machines, money is floating to the exchange, buying the Orientum Plus. Now, this is why it would be a brilliant idea for you to have Orientum Plus. I mean, if you have a commodity that other people are buying on a constant flow, you have a very, very, very good product. I think we can agree to that. So the question is, how can you get a hold of these Orientum Pluses? And how can we as a company measure your impact directly on the environment? And now I need you to listen very carefully. When you looked at the packages from before, you saw that they had this content of travel and advantages in shopping. But what we didn't show you is down below here, at 165 with the starter packages, below it says 165 FPT. That is free promotional tokens. The important thing to understand is, if you have 165 free promotional tokens, very soon you will be able to take those tokens, go to Eltronix, the exchange, and you can swap them. You can exchange them into Orientum Plus. And that means 1 for 1 on the euros, you're actually getting the ORTPs that the oil will be purchasing again and again and again and again. And remember, it's a machine. It's a machine just rotating it. When you go to bed, it keeps burning. When you get up, it keeps burning. It takes away problems. And we are measuring this progress. We're not talking about making a positive impact on the environment. You can actually measure in ones and zeros the impact that we have on the environment. Now, if you go out and you say, I'm going to get the bigger package, I'm going to have the bronze or even the silver or the gold package, your initial down payment of euros will be a little bit bigger. And for that, we will reward you even bigger in the Orientum Plus. And you know, when you look at that, you basically get the package for free because you put them into the Orientum Plus and that pays you back. But there's a real big kicker to this. There's a real big kicker to this. Because get a look at this, guys. As we are growing in volume, we will have more net profit. And as we have more net profit, we will have more plants. We already now signed a contract for 50 plants with SEPCO. And as these plants are popping up, you can imagine one plant producing X amount of liters of oil every single day. What happens when we have 2 plants? we now have the double supply of oil, which means we have the double amount of buy orders on the exchange. And when you have more buy orders, what happens to the price? The price will go up. It is expected that when we have finished the 50 plants, one ORTP will have risen from a price of 2 cents today to 25 cents. That's a lot of times your money doubled in this process. And what happened? You as an individual, you doubled your money, and that's brilliant. You actually more than doubled them. You more than 10 doubled your money. But here's what you also did. You can go to bed at night knowing that because of you earning money, you couldn't have done that without having saved the environment for this. And now you gotta look very closely, because right now we have a very, very special promotion. On all packages, we're adding 25% extra free promotional tokens. Now, if you don't get this right away, talk to the person who invited you. Sit down with a piece of paper, start calculating, because this will really show you a great advantage. It is a great advantage for new people coming in. But you know what? It's even more cool for those people in the business, because they have this that will even speed up their businesses more. And anyone who's been in the business for a few months will tell you that the business is getting smoother and smoother, faster and faster. The company is getting better and better. We're giving better and better promotions. And this, again, is why we're attracting so many people on a global scale. Now, we have what we call a referral program. And I say tap into your social capital. Now, refer as many people as you like means that when you go around and you just think about family and friends, think about your colleagues, think about your neighbors, people around you. Do you know anyone when they go to holiday that says, no, I would like to pay more than the rest? Or do you know somebody around you that said, if there's a better deal to be had, I'm going to take it. If I can stay in the very same hotel and I can get it at a discount, I'm going to take the discount. Personally, I don't know anyone who wouldn't want a discount. I know people with a boatload of money, and I'm telling you, people with a boatload of money have it because they want a discount. It doesn't matter where you are in life. We rather want to have a good price than a high price. Now, you know people who might shop online. Well, they can get cash back doing exactly what they do. If you know that, then you have a lot of people you can contact. If you know people who are interested in the environment, you can contact them, and they can actively not only participate in cleaning up, but for participating in a measurable result, they will participate in the profit of the oil. And that, guys, is the genius of it. By doing so, you will have a 12% direct bonus. And when I come to the point number 4, you're going to understand why it's so much more than 12%. You can duplicate the process. What does that mean? It simply means that if you sign me up, if you call me and said, hey, Jens, we got a thing going, heard about plastic waste, and I get started, guess what? I have friends, families, colleagues, neighbors, just like you. And they want, just like your friends, colleagues, and neighbors, to save money. They want to get going, and I can share this with them. Very simple, very easy. For that bonus, you will achieve a team bonus between 3 and 8%. 3 and 8% of any volume created, not by you, but by me, because I'm talking about how I'm saving money, because I'm talking about how we're saving the environment, because I'm utilizing the global message in the media to share wisdom about my company. There's an unlimited income potential with this duplication process. Now, let me tell you, when people are looking at an investment today, big companies are looking at an investment, they are not just looking at the current situation. What they are really focused at is what can this grow into? What's the scalability and the potential of this business? And the very, very cool thing is, and we're going to talk about this in the short training afterwards, is how powerful you really are and how you can really, from the very comfort of your home, start a business that will spread globally. Without you having to make the investments, without you having to go there, you can really grow it to an enormous business, because your impact and the impact of the people you know are so much stronger than you realize. And combined with the message that we have, it is, leaves you an unseen potential. The last point you need to understand, all bonuses are matched with free promotional tokens. And what does that mean? It means it doesn't matter if you start with a small package, says I don't have the money to buy anything bigger. If you help spreading, if you help sharing this message, if you help saving the planet from plastic waste, you know what? We're going to reward you as you go, because every time you get 100 euros in bonus or you get 80 euros, we will match that in free promotional tokens. So in effect, the bonus you're achieving will be matched directly in the percentage participation in the oil that you will have. And when you start thinking about this, you think about the amounts of plastic that is out there right now. That is your potential. Everybody else's problem is your potential right now. And guess what? They want you to help them. They want you to share this message. They want you to clean up. You think anybody want to live in that? You think people like plastic waste? You think they like the fact that in 9 out of 10 salt placed on the table, there's microplastic in it? You think they like eating fish with microplastics? No, they want you to succeed. And that is why we are so powerful. Now, this concludes the business presentation. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have a break of 5 minutes. And for those of you who said, you know what, I've heard enough about this guy, I heard enough of his shouting and yelling and his overly excitement, it's all good. What you need to do is know that we're grateful that you took the time to listen in. And hopefully you will now take the time to ask the questions. For those of you who says, I would like to know more. I would actually like to know a little bit more about how I can build a global business and what would really be important over the next weeks and months here for me to really participate in this global growth. I'll see you in exactly 7 minutes. So we'll do that at 8 o'clock sharp. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, guys. I got 59, but I think it's okay to get going. Want to thank you all for hanging around. It seems like you're not easily scared here. There's a lot of people here, and I saw one very special lady who's on the call here, and it's a great honor, because that lady is actually the person that initially heard about the technology, and from her good heart, and she's she's always a smiling sweetheart, but there's a very sharp business mind behind. She understood to really collect an international team here, and she set she really kicked off what has become a global revolution here. So Namfon, we are so happy and honored to have you listening in on our call here, all the way from Thailand. And if you think about it, it's 5 hours later in Thailand, and Nam is still on it. She's still working away, and she's waving cute there. Hi, Nam. So, well, let me get going into this this topic here, because I promise you that we're going to talk a little bit about what we could do to move the business ahead. And what most people simply don't realize is when we talk about network marketing or direct selling, they don't realize the seriousness of the business. They don't realize the power of the business. And the power is something, that's often used. Well, it's such a powerful business model. But I would like to just prove to you in some very simple illustrations how powerful it is, and why the entire world of marketing, not network, but marketing in total, are looking for inspiration in the industry. They are looking to create exactly what we are doing. And this is not something I'm just saying. This is their end goal. This is the highest form of marketing. And the highest form of marketing is called influential marketing. That is the absolute king. It would probably be the queen, because we all know women are more powerful than men, but that would be the queen of marketing, okay? Why is that so powerful? It's powerful because in every situation of our lives, we are influencing people. Moreover, we underestimate how much we influence people. So it's easier for you maybe to understand how much we are influenced by other people. So it doesn't matter if you're a lady who's shopping for shoes or a bag that you want to get, and you take it up and you look with this bag and you stand in the mirror and you check it out, and here's what's going through your mind. You're going to consider, do I like the bag? What's the price tag? We're going to think about that, yes. But moreover, you're going to think about, what will your friends say if you have this bag? What will they say if you buy this shirt? What will they say if you buy these shoes? And you will have caught yourself in situations in life where you said, I think these shoes are so cool, but I can't carry them. I can't have them. Why? Because we presume that that's the impression of other people. So we are heavily influenced by other people in every decision we're making in life. Even when it comes to dressing ourselves, when it comes to dressing our children, we think about what other people would say, what other people would be thinking. And men are no different. We don't buy a car, we buy an image. Before we even look at the car, we are thinking about, what will the neighbors say? We're looking at the horsepowers as an extension of how strong we are. We all are influenced heavily, and marketing is all about that. It's all about influencing and sharing. So what this opportunity does, it helps you unlocking your social capital. And that's what I call it. I call it your social capital. And the cool thing about it is, you don't have to be a speed talker like me. You don't have to be fast talking. You don't have to be slow talking. You just have to be you. You just have to be you, because there are people around you that are used to you. They trust you because when you talk to them, and you are influencing these people. And so the social capital you have right now is in play. It is out there. It is working. It's magic already. But more likely than not, it's working for somebody else. Somebody else had a plan with your social capital. And so whenever you go to Facebook and you press like, here's what happens. Your friends, your family, your neighbor, they see this post on Facebook. And under likes, they see that you liked it. And whether they want to or not, their brain automatically goes and gets the trust from your relationship and adds that towards the product. And that is why the influencer marketing process is so powerful. But right now, we're often giving it away for free. We have an opportunity here where we not only unlock our own social capital so that we become more conscious about what we're communicating, and what could be a better message than really sharing how we can take care of plastic waste. Solution? Nobody has. We have it, and we make it possible for everyone to participate. That's the cool thing. You don't need €1 million to get started. You can get started right now and actually do something. Now, we invite others to unlock their potential. And what that simply means, it's a principle. Try, tell, teach. You try it out. I don't expect you to jump out the window and say, this is the most fantastic thing I ever heard. But if just a few things of what I said is true, think about it. Getting a better price? Check. We all want that. Saving the environment? We all want that too. It has to serve us well. Becoming rewarded for saving the environment? Who wouldn't want that? And if you are the type of person that says, I don't want to get any rewards, well, that's fine. Take the money, donate them towards something you think is worthy of that money. But that is really what we're offering, guys. That's really what we have. And if you can take somebody who is used to having a 9-to-5 work job, where they go to work, trade time for money all the time, they are infected by the high increasing prices in the market. They are still going to holiday every year, and they are infected about the plastic waste. And what you can do is you can show them a way where if they will help spread the message, they will help not only the environment, but they will start helping themselves, going towards more of what they consciously really want in their lives. And that is, guys, that is the brilliance of this. And I promise you this right now. If you're a guest, if you're here the first time, and you go out of this meeting, you say, I'm not going to do anything. If you're a partner and you're going to say, you know, I tried it out, but I'm not doing anything, I promise you this, you're already infected. You're already infected because your eyes will see more and more plastic waste in the medias. You will see more and more advertisement. In Denmark right now, one of the biggest glasses company is having a big advertisement. And the advertisements is an advertisement where the ocean says, we can't go on. It's like a relationship. Our relationship has become toxic. And it turns out that you can buy glasses made from plastic waste. But here's my question. How much plastic waste does this really count for? How much does this really do for the situation? And the answer is little to absolutely nothing. What we're talking about is tons and tons of plastic, not clean plastic, real plastic waste. And that's a good thing. The important key here is you want to be telling, not selling. Now, you might accuse me of being selling on you, but here's the thing. I'm telling you, I'm making you aware of what's out there. And what you do with the information, that's totally up to you. But you have to share the message. You have to talk to people about it. And that is the real job and what we do. We're telling people that there is a solution. We're telling people that they can save money. And for doing that, we have a system that will really, really reward you. Now, when I looked at this for the first time, I studied the facts, I studied the numbers, because I am pretty analytic as a person. But I got caught into wanting to do this, not because of all of the facts. I got caught into doing this because of an emotion that I got. When I went to Bangkok, I checked out all of the things. And just before I went to the airport, I went to an apartment, to a condo. And as I went into this apartment, I was facing a lot of people on their phones, but doing Zoom calls, just like we're doing here tonight. And they spoke 5, 6, 7 different languages, all talking about this business. The excitement led me to understand that there's a movement going on. And I met a guy there, when I came into the room, who was probably, 2, 3 times my size, and he's even good looking, big, strong guy from Estonia. And I want you to just to say hi, Martin here. Welcome on the call. You're from Estonia, is that right?
Welcome to, I'm now in Bangkok.
Ah, you're back in Bangkok again.
Yeah.
But you already now, it's correct that you didn't speak so much English when you came to Bangkok first time, right?
No. My English is very bad.
Well, that's not true. Your English is not very bad, but you told me you didn't speak so much English. But let me ask you, you're from Estonia, correct?
Yes, correct.
Martin, share with us, why are you so excited about Cloud Horizon?
I looking for years one project what we can give word back something and some big mission, and now I find it.
Very good. Now tell me something more, because Martin, you're in Bangkok. Tell me, how many countries are you building business in today?
I don't know.
Which countries?
Okay, yeah, I have a big team in Estonia, and guys are here also now, and big teams in Malaysia, India, Thailand, Vietnam. Now we started also Spain, and Finnish guys. Norway is big, and yeah, it is fantastic.
And what I love about that story is the fact that you say, I speak very bad English. Well, I don't think that the people in Malaysia or in Thailand or everywhere else, they speak Estonian. So the message you have and the passion you have for the business is really what you use to promote your business. And that's, it just tells a boatload about how powerful this message is.
Yeah.
So you're back because you brought people to Bangkok because you're going to see the plant producing oil again?
Yeah, yeah. Today we are already been in factory and see Jay and Dr. Mehta. And every time when I come here, I learn lots of more info. And yeah, today's day is fantastic. Great news, and our team also. I give the info. I think today something, and tomorrow also I meet also owner Staffan, and yeah, it will be great.
Very, very, very good. One last question. Before this, how many times have you been in Thailand?
I come in January first time, and I have to come only 3 days, but I'm staying here like 2 months.
But you stayed there 2 months for a mission. So think about that. Have never been in Thailand before, doesn't speak a lot of English, but the mission carried so far, they stayed there for 2 months. We're not saying everybody should do this. Thank you, Martin, for your willingness to share here. But the reason why I pulled Martin in on the call, guys, is for you to understand that this is a movement. This is a movement going on right now. And if you want to meet more people who, just like Martin, are caught on fire with this, you wanna really utilize the next weeks and month to work towards this event. Because what we're inviting you to do is every Monday and every Wednesday, right now in English, we will have these webinars, and we will have a short starter training. We're going to increase the amount of webinars that are there, that are available. And your job basically is this: grab a friend, sit in front of the computer, receive the information in around half an hour, and that person will be educated on what it is that you do. That's the full workload you have. The rest of what you're doing is really automized. You don't need to do anything about the oil. You don't need to do anything about anything else. But here's what you need to work on. You need to work on yourself. You need to work on the picture that you have, because the picture that you have will directly and proportionally determine the efforts that you are putting into this. So if you see a big future, you will have massive action. But if you see no future, you won't. And why we want you there is because in Amsterdam, we're going to roll out how we're going to take this to the absolute next level. We're going to be one of the most exposed companies in the next 6 months. We're going to show you the strategy. We're going to show you the technology when we are meeting up in Amsterdam. Amsterdam will be a scoop for anybody. And we can turn it around and say, to miss out on Amsterdam, to miss out on that would be missing out on a year of work. That's how serious it is. So if you're out there and you're a partner and you don't have a ticket yet, go get your ticket. Go get your ticket tonight. Don't wait. Don't say, I could do, because something will happen to you when you start connecting. There's a reason why Martin is in Bangkok right now. There's a reason why Lotta was there. There's a reason why, we have Sanya, who went there and just stayed and caught on fire. It's not because these people are unintelligent. It's not because they are manipulated. It is because they understood. They see a different thing. And you would want to see the same thing they're seeing, because you would have the same business as these guys are having. Okay? There are right now some early bird tickets. And this is again where this company is so cool. Because the early bird tickets simply means that you have the opportunity to have a basic tickets for 199 euros. And here's the cool thing. It is actually cost neutral, because the company will give you 199 FPTs. So you swap it directly into parts of oil. If you want to get the VIP ticket, where you have a closer seating and you have some different advantages, you will be getting it at 299, and the extra 100 euros are well spent. And again, we will match the 299 into FPTs. If you, however, want the super VIP tickets, it is an early bird price of 399. And so if you want that, if you want to have your guests to have that, then we will match you again, 399. You will be sitting at exclusive tables all the way into the front. You will be talking to all of the VIPs. You will have direct access to the likes of Stefan Liebeck. You will have direct access to Nam Fun, who will be there traveling from Thailand over. You will have direct access to our CEO, a legend in the industry, Mr. Frank Ricketts, and I'll be happy to serve you at your tables. This is an event you can absolutely not miss. What I want to do right now is I want to thank you for taking the time. And I hope, I really, really hope that we were able to get a hold of you, that we were able to, grab you in a way that you will take this and now take it to the next level, that you will ask the questions, that you took the notes, that you will step into action. Because here is a hard truth. The plastic problem is still there tomorrow. It's there when you go to bed. It's there when you wake up, and it's gonna be there for a lot of years. Somebody will have to clean it. You actually today got taken something away from you. You got taken away the opportunity to say, I never had a chance. Here's your chance. Thank you for listening in, guys. It was good seeing you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.